Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ahchyam, Yahawashi, Ahchyam, Rekak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the elders of GMS who do rule well. And I want to say Shalawam to all you Ahchyam that's pushing this truth and sincerity so we can seal the elect and get the hell out of Babylon. Today we're going to talk about the book of Susanna. Okay, this is actually, I want to say Shalawam to all the Ahchyam from GMS Fortress here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, one of the Ahchyam, Brother Ara. Okay, I want to say Shalawam, Brother Ara. Brother Ara, you know, like I said, these Ahchyam, these brothers, you know, they're I'm in the process of getting taught by these brothers. Okay, and Brother Ara gave me a task. Okay, to read the book of Daniel, also to read the book of Susanna here. Okay, and I read it about I would say twice. It's only one chapter. It has about let's see, it has about 64 verses. Okay, so it's fairly short, but has a lot of meat. Okay, and a lot of milk in it. Okay, and what I actually realized reading the book of Susanna, okay, is two things that stood out to me that I actually wanted to make a lesson about. Okay, and the two things that stood out to me was this sister named Susanna, okay, which is a married woman, by the way. She was a righteous woman. Okay, and the second thing that actually stood out to me was the fact that Daniel, okay, was the first defense attorney. Okay, and we're going to prove it through the Spirit, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to all the Ahchyam and to the body, to the elect. Okay, and like the brothers, like I heard from, you know, watching the elders lessons throughout the past couple of days. Okay, all of this week actually. You know, we have to continuously pray for the elect. Okay, if it wasn't for the elect, you know, there would be no hope for the children of Israel. Okay, as you know, as a whole, you know, if it wasn't for the elect, the 1/3 of the children of Israel, you know, and if it wasn't for Yahawashi, okay, sacrificing his life, okay, giving up the ghost per se, okay, dying for us, there would be no hope, you know. So first and foremost, let's get into where I want to start. Like I said, my first point was, or is the sister Susanna. When you read this chapter, or when you read this book, I should say, she was a righteous woman. Okay, and I want to start with verses 1. I would say 1 through 3. Okay, all right, and it says, "There dwelt a man in Babylon, okay, called Joachim." Okay, Salaki if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Verse 2, "And he took a wife whose name was Susanna, the daughter of Chelseas, okay, or Chelseas. Salaki if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. A very fair woman." Okay, and it's talking about Susanna. Okay, and the word fair there, okay, means beautiful. Okay, she was a beautiful woman. Okay. And one that feared the Lord. Okay, all right, she feared the Lord. Okay, and let's see how. Her parents also were righteous. Okay, so Susanna's parents, okay, her mother and her father, so like her father and her mother, were righteous, okay, and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses, okay. Let me repeat that. And taught their daughter according to the law of Moses, okay. And when you read this chapter or whatever, it actually proves, okay, that she was righteous, man, okay. And the reason why I bring that out is because, you know, a lot of our women today, you know, are wicked now, you know, and the Bible speaks about that. You know, a lot of our women today are just, you know, just poised and drunk off the wine of Esau, okay, which is the so-called white man, woman, and child today, okay, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, okay. But I want to scroll down to verse 19, okay. I start at verse 19, yeah, because, and I'm going to read what happened here, okay, because you had two elders, you know, that were promoted, you know, to be, let's see here, they were promoted to be judges, okay, Salakia, okay, there were two elders, all right, that were promoted to be judges, okay, but they were wicked, okay, and they knew that Susanna had a husband, okay, and her husband's name, okay, was Joachim, okay, right, and he was a rich man, okay, he was you know, very wealthy per se, okay, real wealth, okay, real riches, okay, land and you know, etc., you know, things that actually bring profit. And like I said, there were two, you can read in verse 5, you know, there were two elders who were appointed judges, okay, but they were wicked, all right. And this is what they did. They actually looked at Susanna because Susanna was beautiful, you know. She went to take a, you know, she went to go bathe, okay, in a, I think a cabin or like maybe a place right in the middle of the garden that her and her husband had, okay. And the two elders looked at Susanna with lust, you know, but they knew, you know, she had a husband, all right. And this is what happened, starting at verse 19 here. Now, when the maids were gone forth, okay, the two elders rose up, okay, because they were hiding in the bushes, okay. They were hiding in the bushes, being creeps, okay, staring at this woman, man, okay, staring at Susanna, okay, because she was beautiful, like I said, you know, and you can read about that too, right? Two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, behold, the garden doors are shut, and no man can see us. Okay, so they ran into the garden, you know, ran into like the little cabin or whatever, and they closed the doors right away, you know, and now they're talking to Susanna. And we are in love with thee, okay, because they lusted after her, okay. Therefore, consent unto us and lie with us, okay. They wanted to, you know, basically have sex with her, okay, but they knew she had a husband, okay, and she knew she had a husband too, okay. Let's see what happens. If thou will not, it's like if thou will not, so they're basically telling her, if you won't sleep with us, we will bear witness against thee, okay. You see, they will bear witness against her, you know, and that's in actually the book of the law, you know, with which says that, you know, thou shalt not bear false witness, okay, against thy neighbor, all right. And it doesn't mean the person that lives next to you. It actually means, you know, a fellow tribe, you know, because there are 12 tribes of Israel, okay, all right. There was a man named Jacob, okay, he wrestled with an angel, okay, until the angel gave him a blessing. He wrestled with the angel all night until the angel gave him a blessing, okay, and the angel changed his name to Israel, okay. In Israel, okay, he had 12 sons, okay, and that sprouted out the 12 tribes of Israel, okay, which also hold the blessings, okay, the covenant, okay, and the promises, the covenants, Salakia, and the promises, okay, the old covenant and the new covenant to come, okay, all right. And let's see here. Let's read 21 over. If thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee. So they were basically going to lie on her. Okay, they were basically going to bear false witness. They were going to, make up a lie, because they were judges, but they were wicked. Okay. Then Susanna sighed, okay, and said, I am straitened on every side. Okay, she was righteous, she followed the law. All right. For if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. That's right, man. Okay. She didn't want to, lay with them per se. She didn't want to, sleep with them. All right. Let's actually get the let's see. Well, we can get it in here. Let's see the book of Deuteronomy. Okay. 22 and 22. All right. If a man be found laying, if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. Okay. So both of them was going to die, and she knew this, because like it said in verse 3 of the book of Susanna, her parents, raised her. Her parents kept the laws, and her parents raised her off the laws, to keep the laws, So she was a righteous woman, right? And she knew that if she lied with these men, knowing that she had a husband, okay, that was going to be punishable, by God, by Yahawah, unto death. All right. Let's actually go back here. All right. All right. Let's see. I actually want to get to. Actually, let's get some more precepts on that. Committing adultery, because she didn't want to commit adultery. Let's go to the book of the law. Exodus chapter 20, verse 14. Okay. Satan. The book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. I mean, it's just that simply said. That's a law. You can't commit adultery if you're married. If you're a woman that has a husband, you cannot sleep with another man. If you're a man, basically, that's what it is, And let's go to book of Hebrews here. Let me see if I can. So like my eyes are a little watery. Can't really see. Hebrews 13 and 4. Okay. Marriage is honorable in all. Okay. And the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Okay. And whoremongers are the men. Okay. And adulterers are the women. Okay. All right. And that's actually twofold too. But right now we're focusing on, committing, adultery within a marriage. Okay. Within a marriage between a man and a woman, All right. And it says clearly, but whoremongers and adulterers, God, Yahawah, will judge. Okay. All right. So, she knew the law, basically, that's the point, and she was a righteous woman, but she knew that, that they were going to take advantage of her, So basically, she didn't do it. Okay. And like I said, I can go and read the entire chapter. Okay. But going on, she didn't do it. Okay. and they actually bear false witness against her. They actually claimed that they, you know, witnessed a young man, but that wasn't her husband, you know, sneak into the cabin, or, you know, whatever, you know, with her, and basically laid down with her, you know, had sex with her, you know, but that wasn't true. You know, she simply was trying to bathe, and they were trying to sleep with her, you know, and she didn't want to do it. So they bear false witness against her. They actually took her to court, and everyone that knew her, including her mother, father, and her husband, okay, were actually shocked, you know, because she didn't have a reputation, okay, as it actually says. She didn't have that type of reputation of being an adulterer, okay, of being a harlot, okay. So everyone was completely shocked, you know, but, you know, they knew that, you know, hey, you know, the judges know what they're talking about, you know, they kind of trusted in these judges, which were wicked, okay, because they wanted to sleep with her, so they made up this complete lie, okay. So she actually cried out for the Lord, okay, all right, and this is actually this is Susanna, verse 42. Then Susanna cried out with a loud voice and said, O everlasting Yahawah, okay, or everlasting power, or everlasting Yahawah, okay, that knoweth the secrets, okay, basically knoweth the truth, okay, and knoweth all things before they be. Thou knowest that they have borne false witness against me, and behold, I must die. Okay, she knew that she was going to get sentenced, okay, but, you know, she was willing to deal with the consequences so that she didn't have to deal with the consequences of the Lord, okay, by breaking the commandments, okay. Whereas I never did such things as these men have maliciously invented against me, okay. And the Lord, Yahawah, heard her voice. That's right, man. And I actually want to get something too, okay. He heard her voice, right? Yeah, okay. So the Lord heard her voice, okay. Let me actually go to it here, okay, because I actually want to get John. Yep, here it is right here. The water Yahawah Shemashai. This is the book of St. John, chapter 14, Salakia, verse 13 and 14. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, this is the Lord speaking, okay, Yahawah. And whatsoever ye shall ask in, well, Salakia, this is Yahawashi, Salakia. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, okay, that the Father, right, which is Yahawah, may be glorified in the Son, which is Yahawashi, okay. If ye, verse 14, if ye ask anything in my name, I will do it. That's right, man. Especially if you are, you know, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you are considered his friend, okay, according to the scriptures, okay, and he'll do anything for his friends, all right. So she cried out to the Lord, okay, she was a righteous woman, she cried out to the Lord, and it says in verse 44, and the Lord heard her voice, okay, and what did the Lord do? He sent out, well, let's just read it here in verse 45. Therefore, when she was led to be put to death, okay, she's on her way to death, okay. Now another thing I want to actually touch on is that she had faith, okay. She had complete faith, all right. She was being led to be put to death, okay, and she had faith, okay. She cried out to the Lord, and she had faith that the Lord was going to save her, okay, all right. And that's what we have to do today, Ahchyam, okay. We can't just say we're Israelites. We can't just go out there and do the work, okay. We can't just pray, okay. We actually have to believe and have faith in these things, okay. We have to have faith that we are, you know, of the hopeful elect, okay. That we are, you know, going to be delivered, okay, in the time of Jacob's trouble, okay, and when all hell is breaking loose, okay, and before those nukes hit America, okay, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, okay, and the great whore of Babylon, okay, all right. Therefore, verse 45, therefore, when she was led to be put to death, the Lord raised up the Holy Spirit of a young youth, okay, whose name was Daniel, okay, who cried with a loud voice, I am clear from the blood of this woman. Okay, he came to her defense. Okay, her defense. All right, and when you read more, okay, when you read, keep reading. Okay, Daniel. Okay, and this is getting to my second point, right? That Daniel was the first defense attorney. Okay, he was the first attorney, the first defense attorney. Okay, all right. Because the Lord put the spirit in Daniel, okay, which is a young man, okay, young youthful man, okay, and put in his spirit to come to her defense, okay, to defend her, okay, so that she would not have to be put to death for something that she was wrongfully accused of, okay. All right, and let's actually go into, because that still applies today. That's where Esau, Esau is not that bright. Okay, I've actually known that my entire life. I've always looked at Edomites. I was in the world and I was ignorant, but I also always had that in my spirit that Edomites weren't that bright. It's like, how can they be the what's the word I'm looking for? But basically, how can they be the how can they basically set the bar for, what everybody needs to be aiming for, to be like or strive to be like, and, these people aren't that bright, man. They don't invent anything. They steal, everybody's ideas and land and culture, nationality, they steal everything, They're not, you have these people, they're not the Jews, they're Jewish, and, ish is the suffix, which means to pertain or to be like, okay, all right? Just like you have the Swedish, the Scottish, the Spanish, it's, which they have placed upon our people, okay, which are the Latinos, okay, which are the children of Israel, okay, but they were conquered, okay, and given that language of Spanish, okay. They're not from Spain, okay, they're from Israel, all right. Well, let's go into this definition. I don't want to run my mouth too much, okay. Let's hit Wikipedia up, a definition of lawyer, okay. It says a lawyer or attorney is a person who practices law as an advocate, attorney at law, okay. And let's just go all the way down to the bottom here where it says working as a lawyer involves the practical application of abstract legal theories and knowledge to solve specific individualized problems or to advance the interests of those who hire lawyers to perform legal services. Okay, now obviously she didn't. Well, somewhat through the spirit, she asked the Lord to help her, okay, and the Lord sent her help, okay. So she basically did ask for a lawyer, okay, and the Lord sent her a defense lawyer, okay. Let's actually go, and lawyer, okay, comes from the word law, okay, all right. So I actually want to go into the etymon, okay. You brothers can actually check this out, the etymon online, okay, all right, of the word law, okay, the verb, okay. It's from the 1640s. Let's actually go back longer than that, okay. The law was given in the beginning by the Most High Yahawah, but it means to legitimate, okay. What Salakia to litigate? I'm sorry, Salakia. I told you my eyes are a bit watery. All right, from law, noun. In Salakia, Old English had, let's say, legian, make a law, and this is key. Ordain. All right, ordain. All right, and now I actually want to go into that. Okay. All right. It says ordain. So let's actually go into the book of Jeremiah. Here it is. Yahawah. The book of Jeremiah, okay, that's actually 1/3, okay. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 3. It came also, okay, and we're going to go to verse, we're going to read to verse 5, okay, because that's the point. All right, but I just want to get the complete context so you guys understand, okay. Lord willing, is edifying. It says, and it came also in the days of Joachim, so like if I'm saying that incorrectly, the son of Josiah, king of Judah. All right, so this is obviously talking about the children of Israel, okay. All right, unto the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th month. Okay, so this is talking about the children of Israel. Okay, verse 4. Then the word of the Lord Yahawah came unto me, saying, so this is the Lord speaking through this man. Okay, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So this is before you were formed in the belly of your mother. Okay, the Lord knew you. Okay, spiritually. Okay, he made you. All right. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. All right. And this is the point. And I ordained thee. There's that word ordained. Okay. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. That's right, man. Okay. So when you so basically when you talk about defense attorneys, okay, or lawyers, okay, or the law in general, okay, that all stems back to the law of the Bible, the law that the Lord gave the Israelites, okay, all right. And remember that definition of law, okay. One of the definition is ordain, okay, all right. And the Lord only ordained, okay, the children of Israel, okay, the elect of the children of Israel, the men that you see on the highways and hedges today, okay, and all over YouTube, okay, making lessons, okay, and edifying, right? These are, you know, the hopeful, right? These are the men, right? Through the Spirit, these are the men that the Lord ordained before they were formed in their mother's womb, okay, and before they came out of their mother's belly, and they were ordained to be a prophet unto all the nations. Okay, all right. So my point is, you know, Daniel, okay, and this was a young Daniel as well. You know, when you read about him in the book of Susanna, okay, which is in the Apocrypha, which is also a part of the Bible, okay. Apocrypha meaning hidden, okay, hidden books, okay. It was originally a part of the Apocrypha. If you get the King James 1611 edition, you would see that it actually came originally with the Bible, okay. It's actually originally a part of the Bible, okay. Those are the books that are originally a part of the Bible, okay. And Daniel was he was the first attorney at law, okay, all right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to say Shalawam to all you Ahchyam out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity, okay, all right. And I pray for you every day. I pray for your safety, all right, and I pray for your mind, all right, and I pray for your spirit, okay, and I pray that the Lord continue to deal with you, okay, continue to deal with all of us, all right, especially the elect, okay. I pray for the Lord to shorten the days and speed up the prophecies, okay, and seal the elect, all right. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem Rekah Kwadash, okay. I want to say Shalawam